Today's video is about how you guys can cop the upcoming Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal Fire shoe. I'm telling you guys how you can cop it today. Let's go. What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, like I said, we got a huge video how you guys can hit on the upcoming Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal Turbo Blue. Same thing, Fire Air Jordan 1. I know a ton of people are trying to get this shoe. Stock isn't crazy high, but I'm going to show you guys how you can hit on this shoe. It's going to be a crazy release, such a sick shoe. Honestly, I've been excited for it since we saw kind of some early images about it, and as it's part of now Jordan Brand's summer lineup, this shoe is one of the best to come out of the year. Shoe of the year, maybe Jordan of the year, but we're all excited for this shoe. Before we get into that today, of course you guys know you're here, it's YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, leave a big like on the video too, so everyone else who's trying to find out how you can cop the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal can see this video as well. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about this shoe, and honestly, I'm just so excited for this shoe today. If you guys haven't seen any how to cop videos, basically what we're gonna do is break down the release. I'm gonna kind of talk about the release, and then we'll pull up the Nike Snkrs website, go through the shoe breakdown, get into a resale guide. You guys won't want to miss out on that later in the video. And then of course, towards the end, I'm going to show you guys where you can cop the shoe and also give you my secret of the video, probably the best site you can cop on, maybe a trick I have on a website or something like that. I always give a tip out in a how to cop video, so this one's gonna have a special one exclusively for these Jordan 1s. I'm so excited for them. Let's break down the shoe. So finally, like I said, we have this shoe coming out April 17th next week. I'm getting super excited for this one. Unloading pairs, getting ready to hold some shoes capital wise. This is gonna be a shoe I know a lot of people are gonna be wanting to get. Hoping to hit a couple pairs, but it is going to be pretty tough. Stock is not like the Air Jordan 1 University Blues that just came out. Honestly, not even close to that. That was crazy. As I told you guys, it's going to be big stock. Not a lot of people believe me, but we saw a couple different re-releases kind of for in-store pickups, and so that happened there. These ones going to be a little different, but we do have the Turbo Blue Hyper Royal Jordan 1 coming out April 17th. Men's size is at 170, and we also have grade school at 130. This shoe is highly anticipated, very coveted. I know a lot of people are wanting this one. Honestly, I've heard a lot of people want this one over that University Blue one that just came out, and this shoe is part of Jordan Brand's summer lineup. We have some fire shoes coming out. We have the Air Jordan 11 Low Legend Blue coming out. I'm super excited for that shoe specifically, but there's a couple different fire Jordans coming out. This one probably headlines the summer lineup, and that's why I know a lot of people are going to want it. A lot of people have been seeing, once you saw images of it, I've been seeing people go absolutely crazy. Resale prices are going insane right now too, and I think that as the shoe comes out and people strike out, it's just going to hold its value. So we're going to break down that resale guide in a bit, but first let's just pull up Nike Snkrs website. We're going to talk about the shoe a little bit. All right, again, this shoe is releasing April 17th at Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal. Super sweet shoe. I love all of the details on the shoe. The materials, colorway just looks amazing. We have men's sizes here going for 170, and then of course we're gonna have grade school ones clear down the bottom at 130. Not too much of a difference. Of course, you guys know grade school is just a little bit different, but these ones look super fire. I'm very excited for these ones, and honestly, I don't think they did really anything wrong. There's one part on the shoe I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't really know why they did that, but we'll kind of talk about that in a second. This one definitely looks a lot like the Air Jordan 1 Turbo Green, if you guys remember that shoe, which is kind of why I thought it should be called the Turbo Blue Jordan 1. Instead, they went with the Hyper Royal. Not a very off name, I guess, but still a pretty good name, colorway for the shoe. As you can see, kind of we look at the shoe, just some quick glances. You see you have that nice suede blue overlay on the shoe, the blue stitching as well. If we can get a close picture, you can kind of see the blue stitching all around the Jordan. You have the white leather base as well, that gray swoosh. And this shoe is going to be available in full family sizing. Basically, you got men's sizing in an extended run, so women's can have the bigger size as well. And then we also have grade school, like I said. And these ones, kind of just looking at the materials and breaking down the shoe a little bit more, you can see on the upper, you have, like I said, that blue suede overlay. I love that touch on the shoe. And it's kind of in that washed grayish tone as well, like the Turbo Green. And I really do like that upper. I think it looks nice, the mixture of the blue and gray whitish suede right there. As we go check out this swoosh right here, you can see it is the Nubuck gray swoosh in that light smoke gray colorway. I think that's another thing they tried to do, try to take that Hyper Royal and combine it with the kind of light smoke gray color as well on the shoe. And then we also have on the outsole, if we can get a good one here, you can kind of see it good right here on this Grade School. You have the outsole in that darker gray, that light smoke gray, which does match the swoosh pretty good, as well as up on the collar you have the gray part as well there. And I think I like that. I like how they did that there. I think it looks really good on the shoe, as well as the midsole is going to be in the white. And probably my only thing I'm not the biggest fan of, I don't really know why they did it, if you guys can kind of see it right there, is that tongue tag with the Nike Air on it. It is a different color blue, and it's like a brighter, darker blue, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. It is kind of more that royal blue color, so I think that's kind of where they went with the Hyper Royal there. But I don't know, I think they could have just gone with a nice gray, or even just that same kind of blue suede washed mixture on it, but they decided to change it up with that blue. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It doesn't destroy the shoe at all. I'm still trying to cop it, but just a little different. I mean, I am confused about it, why they did that, but still fire. Resale is gonna go crazy on these, like I mentioned. Turbo Greens went crazy, not too much at first, but they definitely boomed. And I think these ones are gonna stay pretty hot for a while. So let's look at the resale. All right, as you can see, prices are all basically above 500 in men's sizing, which is doing pretty crazy. You had the last sale right there at 573. Prices are going crazy, and I think they're gonna hold up pretty good. I don't see this pair dipping below 400 after most pairs come out. I mean, University Blues had all that hella stock. I know people wanted it. We always know that the more demand there is for a shoe, stock number really doesn't matter. But this is gonna be one where stock will be less and the demand will still be there. So I think 500 is pretty good. And I mean, I don't think prices will fall too much. Like I'm saying, stock will not be as available as a University Blue. And as we kind of go back to this page, I want to check out that Grade School too. They don't even have a picture loaded up for it, but prices there are doing crazy too. 400 or 500, and those ones should dip about 300-400 range. Men should stay about 400 or 500. And even as we check out the Turbo Green pair, I want to even show you guys this as just a little comparison, that these are gonna stay pretty crazy throughout time. Turbo Greens 2019 released, and I mean, people liked them, but they weren't super hot with them. And I think now that we have this turbo blue pair coming out, that one's gonna go just as good. And these prices are sitting about 580, 600 in most sizes. And then even in Grade School ones, as we pull it up right here, you can see it's just stayed pretty hot over time. Even the Grade School ones are sitting at upper 500s to 600s in the Grade School sizes. So I think prices will definitely sit pretty similar. I think they will move a lot faster than the Turbo Greens. I think they could reach about this same price in probably around the same time, like 1 to 2 years. Maybe not as long as the Turbo Greens, depending the stock, but either way, these shoes are going to be an all-out cop. If you guys are looking to invest in these as well, I know a lot of people picked up Turbo Greens and made a nice buck off them. So that's going to be another thing I think you can do with these ones. And as far as resale goes, you guys know, cop any pair, any size you can get. Now we're talking about where you guys can cop the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal. This is going to be one, places will be getting this shoe, but I expect a little bit of delays as well as far as shipments go. But Nike Snkrs is definitely going to have the most stock on this shoe. I'm going to break down Nike Snkrs in just a little bit for you guys, because I have some big secrets there that I think will definitely let you hit on this drop. But we'll talk about that in a second. We're gonna have Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action. Those are loading up raffles. I've seen the Grade School pair on there, and I've seen like the actual release calendar for Foot Locker, and they do have them slated for the 17th. So I think that's gonna be something that'll drop soon, and they will have good stock as far as in-store reservations go. We all know online is terrible for foot sites, but other than that, I think in-store reservations will be the best cook there. Finish Line should load these up. We should get some other raffle places as well. I mean, there's gonna be Shoe Palace, DTLR. Those are gonna be some of the big ones that you wanna actually try on, because I think there's a good chance on hitting on some of those. I think stock could be kind of decent there. And then some other like reservation ones. Chic app is gonna have some raffles, and that's actually what we're talking about first, is gonna be raffles. And Chic will have an app raffle Hibbett will have an app raffle. They should have one. They haven't loaded it up yet, but I assume that they will be loading it up. SNS as well hasn't loaded it up, but they're another one that should. And all of those are going to be a place where you should just enter, because you never know if you're going to hit. It's a quick enter. It takes, 20-30 seconds just to enter the raffle. And I mean, it's a chance, especially if they have a good amount of stock, you could be able to hit. Next up, we're going to talk about your best manual chance to cop this shoe. And for this shoe especially, I'm going to be talking about Nike Snkrs, because I think Nike Snkrs is going to be the cook with this shoe. And here's my biggest advice. I do say it a lot, but I'm going to emphasize it with this shoe specifically. If you guys haven't hit, especially this year, if you haven't hit this year at all, maybe in a couple months before into 2020, what I would do is I would just make a new account. You can use the same phone number, just get a different email and just make a new account. And I think that Snkrs is going to favor you to hit on this shoe because it's a newer shoe, it's a popular shoe, and it's one that I know a lot of people are going to want to get. Stock is going to be pretty decent on Nike Snkrs. Even like a University Blue stock number is going to be pretty good, easier to hit on. Kind of like the Royal Toes, how a lot of people hit on those on sneakers. I think this is going to be one that people can hit on. So advice there for your best manual chance, I would make a new Snkrs account. Even you can make a whole new one instead of keep your old one, make a new one. I would just get a new one made ASAP, and then I think you can honestly hit on sneakers. Personal favorite way for hitting on this Air Jordan 1 is going to be my favorite, in-store reservations. If you guys haven't already, you just gotta start making some accounts at like flex accounts for Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, because the points really do build up as you just kind of buy some like different bricks or other things, and then it allows you to enter into these things. And so the best way is to just kind of make a couple different accounts and then just enter all the raffles. Honestly, you never know if you're gonna hit on something, and that'll just help you build points, help you build the account status, which helps you hit raffles. As far as head starts go, I get a lot of questions about head starts, but basically head starts, it does matter, but it doesn't matter too much, because a head start, all it does is it's 4 entries. So if you go 4 out of 4 for head starts, then you get all 4 entries. If you just keep it the 1 out of 4, you're gonna get 1 entry, which obviously you can still hit, but I mean 4 entries, definitely better than 1. So if you guys are trying to do that, try to get head starts, add them to all your accounts. If not, don't stress, it's just about entering. So just get as many accounts really as you can. Now for secrets today, we are gonna specifically talk about one website which should be loading these shoes up. I assume they're gonna drop, they drop basically every Jordan shoe that comes out, every dunk really too. It's gonna be Finish Line and JD Sports. This is a tough site to cop on. It's one that I used to hit on a bunch, and it's been kind of on and off, honestly. I've hit a couple different releases, hit like Griffey's, hit a dunk on there, a couple different things. But as far as this site goes, my best advice here, first up, you're gonna want different devices. Get like MacBook, laptop, get a phone, maybe even another phone, iPod, iPad, things like that. You just want different things that have a different device ID. You'll have all those. And then another big key that is kind of hard, but you should be able to do it, is to just get different IPs. You can do that on a laptop with multiple Chrome users by using like a proxy Omega switcher. Kind of puts each Chrome tab in a different proxy in a different location, which simulates that you have different IPs. You can also use your phone. I would go airplane mode on there. And by doing this, it just gives you the best chances, especially because Finish Line and JD Sports will randomly block people as the page opens, as the shoe drops. I don't know why they do this, but their site is just kind of ridiculous. So I would have that. I would also have the Finish Line app pulled up, not just like the desktop browser, but I would also have the app pulled up, because sometimes one works a lot faster than the other. Be logged into some of those, maybe different accounts or stuff like that. But that's a site where if you get on right when the time starts on the hour, hit refresh, and it should either put you in the queue or it can let you into the page. If it lets you into the page, you just gotta fly. You gotta go as quick as you can. Hopefully you had stuff saved to your account, and you just gotta get lucky, honestly. Finish Line is about luck, but it's a very possible place to cop. Other than that, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Let me know if you're excited for the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal. I am so excited. Trying to hopefully get those for an unboxing in the future. But again, thanks for the support. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, you know what to do. We'll see you guys next time.